Hey guys, how you doing today? I want to show you, this is my beautiful Philodendron Brazil. She goes all the way down, 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 down. Anyways, I have two of these plants. This one is, she's in need of a repot, but what I would like to do is I'm going to mix another plant with her, and I will show you what plant I am going to mix in with her as soon as I get her down from there, and we'll start repotting. But I want you to see, I love beautiful coppery leaves that this plant gets. Look at this one up here. I hope it is showing up, but even the stem is red. But I love this plant. She is just so pretty. But anyways, I'm going to get her down. I'm going to pull her out of the spot, and then I'm going to show you what plant I am going to put in with her, because I think it will be absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to do it. But, well, I'll explain in a minute. Okay guys, here she is. I took her down, got the plant hanger off of her. This is the plant, oops, that I want to put in with her. Get some of those dead leaves off. I want to put my beautiful lemon lime philodendron in with her. Now I have this in a pot. This is all ready to go. It's all rooted up. And then I have a couple of cuttings that are rooted out that I took off my mother plant. But look at this. I think this will be absolutely gorgeous mixed in together with the Brazil. Look at that. It will give it a really nice pop. Oh, and then I forgot, I also have, now this one looks really sorry. I have this one. This one was in my terrarium for a long time, practically pretty much kind of all winter. But you can see this one does not have any leaves on it, but it's got a ton of aerial roots and it's getting a new growth right there. But I put her up on my bookshelf in here, and I accidentally forgot to water her, and yeah, this is what she kind of lost some leaves and stuff. But first I'm going to unpot her, my Brazil. I'm going to move this out of the way, because she has really been getting dried out quickly. So I'm assuming she's pot bound. She's been in this pot for a couple years. So I'm just going to put my hand down over here. I squeeze my pot, and I'm just going to kind of, hopefully she will come out of here. I gotta give it a little more of a squeeze here. I'm hoping she's not super root bound, but I'm thinking she is, because oh yeah, her roots are sticking to the pot. At least it feels like it is. I hate using that. I want to get my hands down in there. Oh yeah, oh my. I waited way too long to repot this girl. I'm just trying to gently... I've got my hands up underneath and I can feel all the roots. And I'm just slightly easy trying to pull them off the bottom of the pot. Oh my gosh. Oh, Still got more hooked, and they're growing through the holes. That dry soil making me cough. Look at that. That poor thing. She really, really needed. Now I'm just gonna gently take off some of the soil. I'm not gonna take all of it off. The soil don't smell bad, but I'm just kind of knocking off gently. As much as I can. I don't want to do a whole bunch of damage to her, so I don't like tearing my plants apart, because you're just asking for more trouble, and they will go into so much shock. Okay, let me get the pot that I'm putting her in. I'm putting her in this pot right here. I think that will be, oh yeah, that's going to be much, much better for her to grow into. Poor thing. I wanted to repot her in the wintertime, but she's been hanging up in my north window in my stairway. But now she's too big to hang there, because I didn't really have her hanging too securely. So, oh, I'm stuck. I'm going to flip her back over the side of this pot, or my potting tray here, to help hold her up a little bit. So I'm just going to go in around here, pushing her down, and then I'm just going to start filling in here. Gosh, I should have done this a long time ago, but she should be alright. Just want to make sure that I'm getting all the roots back down in. And then I'm pushing my soil down so that I don't have a bunch of air pockets and stuff down in my soil. And then we'll add that other plant. I think that is going to be so, so pretty together. I had to trim my lemon lime philodendron because she was hanging down and everything. I'm just pushing her back down in here, making sure she's nice and tight down in that pot. Now I'm going to put a little more soil in, and then we'll add, just kind of pushing it around to the front where she's all pushy. There. Get some of my soil over here. Now I'm going to go ahead and start adding some of this other plant. I think what I'll do is take, let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 different pieces. I'm just going to dump this. These got nice long roots on them. These have been in that pot for quite some time, but the roots on them are, I'm going to leave all that soil on them. And then I'm just going to kind of dangle one I'll stick over here on the side. Stick her back down in here. Push that down. Then I'll stick this wonky one that doesn't have any. It's starting to get a leaf on the end. And then later I'll just propagate that stem. I'll kind of put her over here on the side. And then later I'll just go ahead and propagate that. But I'm not going to mess with it right now. Oops. Ooh, I moved my trash can. I almost threw that on the floor. Okay, now I will go ahead and I've got all kinds of space over here. So I'll start adding. I'm going to tear this pot apart. See, these got nice little roots on them too. So I'm just going to go around and start adding. I think I'll go ahead and put these two together. Right here. Now, you're not going to be able to see a huge difference right away because, wait a minute, what do we got going on here? Here we go. Because these are going to have to get quite a bit longer. But this lemon lime philodendron, she seems to grow pretty quickly. If you have her in the right light, she likes a pretty bright light. And then I'll make a hole over here and I'll put, and then I think I have like three or four more cuttings that are still in water rooting out, where I got these guys from. And then once those get good roots on them, my husband knocked my jar over. Well, he didn't knock the whole jar over. He just knocked the cuttings out of the jar. And he put a few of them in upside. He put a few of them in upside down, and I did not know that he did that. But I'm just going to put these two in right here together. So anyways, I think that's why the other ones are taking a little bit longer, but I definitely wanted to get, and you can see why I needed to get her out of this pot. And then I will just, I'm going to water her in really good. And everything will stay put a little bit better. Otherwise, I'm not really going to mess with it. And then I'll give you guys an update here as soon as the lemon lime philodendron starts growing a little bit quicker and starts catching up with, let me see if I can. See, you're really not going to be able to see the lemon lime really good because her growths were so much shorter than this plant. But isn't that going to look gorgeous together? You can kind of see it on the top. Like right here's the lemon lime, and then obviously my result. That's going to look gorgeous together. And with the other three cuttings I think I have, once those get rooted out and I put them in, I'll put those more towards up here. And then they'll hang down a little bit more. So I'm just going to go in and I'm going to water her in really good. And I'm also going to feed her. and then I'll get her back up on the shelf where she was, and I will show you guys to her when she's back up on her shelf. Alright guys, I wanted to show you my beautiful one-of-mine philodendron. She is right here hanging. She's huge, and you can, I just absolutely love this plant. But this is where I cut her. She was all just hanging down into my other plants, and actually she looks like she could use another haircut, but that looks like it got broken somewhere up here. But this little piece needs to be cut off too, I guess. I didn't have her over in my other window, and I moved her over here in this corner, and she likes it. So, and then down here is my other cuttings that I have. These are the ones that my husband put in upside down, so, but these don't have, I think a couple of them had like little itty bitty roots. Looks like there's four more cuttings in here. So I just wanted to show you this plant, and that was why I had to cut her, because she was like all the way down. I bet you she was like all the way down to here. I cut quite a bit off of her, about a foot-ish of that. So alright, let's go look at the Brazil with this plant and with it. You can see why I wanted to put these two plants together. I think they're going to be gorgeous. The lemon lime is just going to enhance the Brazil, I think. But we'll see. I don't know. I could be wrong. It might look crappy, but I doubt it. Alright guys, there she is, all back in her spot. You can see, it's kind of hard to tell because she's up pretty high, but you can kind of see the lemon lime in some areas hanging down, but once it gets longer, it'll be a lot better, and I think it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. So that is it. You can't really see, but she is super long, and no, I am not going to cut her. I'm going to leave her alone, because I think she looks absolutely beautiful sitting on this cabinet right here up there. So, alright guys, I will talk to you later, and I'll give you an update when she gets bigger. Bye. Peace.